Alright guys, welcome to lesson 5. We're going to put all of this into play. So now we're going to be making some decisions, making some trades, using our lines, and seeing some real-time data, some real-time profit and loss, and seeing how to hit the buy button, the sell button, your basic technical stuff to make your trade.
Hi guys, welcome to a live going trade we got here. So a few things you can see right off the bat. This is Roku. Second thing you can see, I have a short position. I am short 100 shares. Third thing you can see is my real-time open profit and loss. And it says negative 37 right at this moment, negative 40 now. A few other things you'll be able to notice is my time frame. So I'm looking at 5-minute bars right now. And we're going to see kind of, okay, why did I decide to engage this trade? This will be like the entire decision-making process. We're going to go through the whole 9 yards of this entire trade. So first things first, I have my lines already ready and prepared. I have an upline here that I had connected from just 2 days ago to today, one of the lowest points of today. So that's my point B. And within this 5-minute bar we're looking at right here, it crossed that line. That right there was my trigger to engage. So if I'm in a trade, I need two things. One, I need my trigger line, the reason why I got in. And then the second thing I need is the line to keep me safe. The line that's going to make all the decisions for me, but it takes the decision-making process out. Basically, this will tell you exactly what to do. What I'm going to do now, just so we don't sit here for an hour as we watch each bar come up, I am going to speed this process up, and then as soon as I have to make another decision or move a line, we will stop and review from there. Okay, so here in this little section, what I'm doing is I am drawing another line where I can visually see a pretty obvious point A and point B. And really, for the most part, the reason I drew this line was to see when the most optimum time to go short would have been. So there's 3 lines here. They're all pretty accurate, point A's and point B's, but the steepest one that you see would have been the best place to go short. All right, we'll keep moving on. Alrighty, so we can see this thing has been creeping against me. We're looking at about $199 loss. And what I'm doing here is I am zooming in. I'm making sure my line is in the right spot. Now, like I said before, the lines never have to be completely precise. But when you're in a losing trade, sometimes you get a little antsy. You want to make sure you got it at the right angle. So you go in and make sure your lines are at the right point A and point B. And that's kind of what I just did there. Alright, so we can see this price fluctuating. It's coming up, it's going down, it's coming up, it's going down. And you also see me kind of zoom in and zoom out of the chart quite a few times. So some of the bars will be a little thicker, sometimes they'll be skinnier. It's just depending on me zooming in or out of the chart. Alright, and then what we're about to look at here is very important. So this bar that we're watching right now is currently crossing my safety line. This is extremely important for traders, and especially for us. This is usually the time to either 1, reverse our position, or 2, decide to give this wiggle room, or 3, decide to close this trade. So there's 3 options we can make here, and let's see what I decide to do. Alright, so we are given this wiggle room. Now, first thing I do is I adjust my lines. So my upline, I have adjusted to the new point B that I have been given. So there is a possibility that the original point B I had it on was not the best point B, and this may turn around and head up. So what I'm really looking for is for this price to break through the line yet again. So you can see the line that I had there got crossed and I made my decision. Now it's coming against me, and what I did was I rotated it to a new low point that I can see on the chart. And now what I want to see is I want to see the price break this line yet again. It'll be confirmation that I'm in the right position and that all I needed to do was give this wiggle room. And right here specifically is when the emotions kind of start to spike. So right here you're in kind of a, okay, all right, did I make the right decision? Do I need to switch? And you've got the 5-minute bars, so you've got these 5 minutes to make these decisions, but it's still a very, high anxiety kind of point. Now right here, I'm feeling good. It just dropped right back down. It's getting much closer to my line. I'm feeling good. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I just needed to give this some wiggle room, and maybe this thing will finally head down. So now that I have decided to give this position some wiggle room and continue to hold the position I'm in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my safety line. So now I see that there is a new point B for my safety line. So now I don't want to see the price cross this line. So let's see if we can watch this trade and see if it ends up crossing my up line. If it crosses my up line, that gives me confirmation, okay, I'm in the right position. This thing is headed down. And if it crosses my safety line, then I need to go back through this process and make the decision of either giving it more wiggle room, switching positions, or closing the position I currently have. So here we go. This thing is fluctuating. I've still got a little bit of anxiety. It's not made a very good direction yet. I'm watching this thing kind of wiggle right in between these two lines. And here we go. Let's see if we finally get a break. All right, there it goes. It looks like it's taken off. So this right here is a little bit of a moment of a relief. To be honest, I mean, this is the emotions you're going through as a day trader. I'm feeling good at this point. Right now, it is confirming that I did make the right decision to give this wiggle room and hold the position. So right now, it is currently crossing the line that I had moved to let me know that, okay, you need to cross this again for me to stay in this position. And currently, it has crossed it again. So now, if I hadn't made a decision before to enter to go short, here would be yet another place to go short because it has crossed this line that I've drawn. Luckily, I've already been in the trade. I'm still short. This is just a confirmation. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up and let's see what happens. All right, let's see this thing fluctuate. All right, we got some nice, wow, we got a nice down move. I'm feeling good. We're up 120. Okay, not bad. All right, climbing back up. This is I would say emotionally, this is a little bit of a tricky trade because it wasn't just bar after bar working easy. This was a little bit of a tough trade, so I had to adjust some lines. It wasn't one of those textbook trades where it crosses a line, you get in, boom, you make your money, you get out. So this one was a little trickier than usual, but I'm glad you guys got to watch it with me. A few things I want to go over while we're watching this kind of play out is, one, how long do we want to stay into this trade? So according to our strategy, we get out of this trade when our safety line is crossed. Now, right now I'm up 130, maybe a little bit more than that. Let's watch this thing kind of fall down. 230, okay. So we're watching this thing fall. And I am actually deciding that I am ready to get out of this trade. There are multiple reasons why maybe I decided to get out of this trade. It could be that I'm kind of maybe mentally exhausted by this point, so I'm ready to just close it and take some profit. But you and I both know, according to the strategy, if we were to close our position based on our strategy, we would wait for this price to break our safety line and then go ahead and get out and collect our profits. But for now, I just decided, hey, that much is good for me. I'm going to go ahead and close. And there we go. So I closed right there. It got pretty close to that third line I had going. Took a little screenshot to show you guys. And there we have it. So this is the trade. I went ahead and I adjusted my line to my original point A and point B. So my original idea was it crossed that line, I'm getting in to engage. And turns out it worked out. It went against me a little bit and I had to adjust my safety line. But this is a successful trade. I gave it a little bit of wiggle room and it worked out. I collected my profits. Now we can watch together. I missed out on an extra $400. That's okay. But the cool part about this is if we had traded with our strategy, we would have been able to collect this little extra $400. And that probably would have been an extended enough move to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my profits. But for the most part, we know when it crosses our safety line, that's when we can collect our profits. And there we have it. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching.
So over the course of the next few weeks, when you guys decide to start simulating trades, I want you to see if you are more of a relaxed trader. Are you the chill trader? Are you more of a hyper trader? And I also want you to notice, what time frame do you work best in? Are you more successful when you are trading 5-minute time frames, or are you more successful when you're trading 10-minute or 60-minute time frames? So I want you to really experiment with this. Try different time frames, try different stocks, try different markets. Really get an idea of what works best for you in your lifestyle. And it will be very obvious to you. You'll start getting really comfortable with certain markets, you'll start getting really comfortable with certain time frames, and that will help you moving forward. Congratulations on making it through my entire course. Now I do have some bonus material that goes more into depth about certain things if you maybe didn't understand something, or maybe I'm going to go more into detail about where to place a line exactly, or maybe some angles on the lines. But I do have some more detailed content that will help you make successful trades. So now you know, that was my strategy, and I'm super excited for you guys to go ahead and apply this strategy to your simulated accounts. Now you can go in and practice this over and over and over and over again. I am so excited for you guys to try this. And I want you to do this so often. I want you to try to do this every single day. Just go into the market, place a trade. As soon as your action line is crossed, go ahead and make that trade. And then as soon as your safety net is crossed, you know you need to get out of that trade. And I'm so excited for you guys to try this. Now, I do offer one-on-one sessions, so if something didn't really sit right with you or you're really struggling with something, I want you to go ahead and practice this first though. Before you think that you are ready to do some one-on-one stuff, go ahead and try to apply this day after day, and if you're still having some trouble or you've got some gray areas, I do some one-on-one sessions, so if you want to go to my website and sign up for one of those, I'm available to do that. And I'm really excited for you guys to go ahead and apply this strategy and start making some trades. And I really want you guys to engage, so if you've got some awesome trades that you've made, or if you've simulated and made tons of money, go ahead and tag me. Post this stuff on social media. Share with everybody that you have found a strategy that is working consistently day after day. And I'm really excited that you guys decided to choose my course. This is such a simple strategy. This is going to take you so far. Thanks for watching. Thanks for learning. Happy trading, guys.